me, college football fans. It's the Ketbo of PubClub.com. And behind me now is SEC Commissioner talking about the schedule, which has just been announced for the Southeastern Conference. And I'm going to, first of all, folks, I love the students. I love those bars I go to. But, you know, folks, please wear your masks so we can have a season. Otherwise, people are going to freak out no matter what happens. And I say, as I did on the college football special show we did the other day, the players are safer in the environment that they're in rather than running around campus or running around some other place and they're not supervised. So that's my opinion on the college football season real fast, but I'm going to give you my quick analysis of the season, the schedule. Of course, Alabama has the toughest schedule of anybody. I mean, come on, got to play right off the bat, A&M, then Georgia, and then come on, we got, you know, Auburn, the Iron Bowl, we got LSU, at least we have a week off from that. Alabama's got like 6 weeks in a row without a bye week. Each team has one bye week during the season, so it's 10 games in 11 weeks. And, you know, Florida's got it pretty rough too. They got to go to A&M. They got to play LSU. Of course, they got to play Georgia. I don't know how good Tennessee's going to be this year. They've recruited well, pretty well, you know, considering for Tennessee. But they could be a pretty big challenge. One question I have is that what is the home field advantage going to do for a team? I mean, Alabama going to play at Neyland Stadium. You know, Neyland Stadium, you know, 107,000 rocking a place. If they're really good, very difficult place to play. The biggest home field advantage in college football, when they play a big opponent like Alabama, is Auburn. Auburn can win at home and have all these fluke plays and momentum and the crazy Auburn fans. But when teams go down there, you're not going to have that same environment. Or they're going to line up like for the Tiger Walk or something and try and social distance and meet the team as they go in. What's the environment going to be in the stadiums when you're on the road? Will there be a home field advantage? Will there even be any upsets in these conferences? That's a big question. And I actually have to thank Greg McElroy. I saw him on the Paul Feinbaum show earlier today, mentioned that, or maybe it was the ESPN College Football Live. But that was a great point that he brought up. Will there be any home field advantage this year? Now, I think you'll have a couple upsets here and there, but really the home crowd is kind of taking out of it if there are no fans in the stands or even if there are limited fans in the stands. Okay, so Alabama opens up against Missouri. That should be a cakewalk. A&M opens up against Vanderbilt. That should be a cakewalk. Any of those two teams, who knows what Mississippi State's going to do? It's got a new head coach, Mike Leach. It'll be very interesting. But, you know, what about the players he's got and adapt to a new system? That could be, you know, have to toss up. Same with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. What's that going to be like? Are they just going to be great right off the bat? Probably not. But those are two kind of unknowns about the some of the teams in the SEC this year. How good is Florida really? Do they have a quarterback? Don't know. We'll find out, I guess. If they have a quarterback, they're going to be really tough to beat. And they meet Georgia in what was once called the world's largest outdoor cocktail party in Jacksonville, but that's all going to change this year. It's going to be the week after Halloween on a traditional Halloween weekend. Alabama plays at Tennessee the 4th Saturday of October, not the 3rd Saturday of October. The Iron Bowl is on Thanksgiving weekend, which is great, but that's not the last game of the season for either school. So Alabama plays Arkansas the next week, and Auburn plays Texas A&M. So there's one more conference game after the Iron Bowl, which is completely unusual. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that could happen this year. How good's Kentucky? You know, they open the season at Auburn. Normally going to Auburn is going to be really tough, but usually takes some time for that momentum to build up. Is Kentucky really good? Are they going to go down there and upset Auburn? I think that's one of the most intriguing matchups in the SEC this year. Again, Tennessee, don't know. They could be pretty good. They could challenge. They could challenge a little bit. You know, be up there kind of close to Florida. We'll see. I think Georgia's just too good. Although Georgia's got a quarterback issue too, so who knows what might happen there. Still, they got just a lot of talent. And they play at Alabama. That's going to be a clash of the Titans. LSU's got the athletes still. What's their quarterback situation? Can't say. That was the one thing holding the LSU back for all those years. They had the talent, but they just didn't have a quarterback that could throw the ball down the field. They certainly got one last year. Oh, but you know, we'll see if the season happens. I think a team, the champion, may actually wind up having 2 losses this year, and then with the condensed national championship with not as many teams, what effect will that have on being played in one of the bowls? Is it going to be an automatic playoff system for the SEC champion? Probably, might make a lot of sense. Of course, you got Clemson over there. Who are they going to play? I mean, look at the SEC schools who they're going to have to go through to play. I mean, it's a brutal schedule for the teams. Clemson's got, Notre Dame, okay, well, they're any good or not, I don't know. Florida State, ooh. The one Achilles heel for Clemson that I sense right now as the Pigskin Prognosticator is North Carolina. North Carolina is secretly having a really good recruiting class. They went down to the wire last year. They went down to a 2-point conversion that they didn't get, or they would have upset Clemson. So North Carolina might be kind of a thorn in the side team for Clemson. That might bother them, but one loss, they'll still be in. The Big 12, Oklahoma, Texas, who else is there? So, what's going to happen if an SEC champion comes out with 2 losses, maybe even 3, but playing that brutal schedule? They're going to still be in the college football playoff. Will 2 teams from the SEC get in now? Well, let's hope we can keep having this discussion. Let's hope we keep having college football during the year. I really firmly believe that the safety of the players is better going on the field and playing the games than being out in the society, so to speak. And we saw, all over the place, students not wearing their masks. So, the guys are going to be out among the students if they're on campus. And, maybe there's going to be an outbreak somewhere or another. Hope not. And I hope they're all protected. But let's just hope we have a college football season, and a great one, and a safe one as well. That's, really the most important thing. So I am the Ketbo of PubClub.com. Hope you enjoyed this video. I actually should have, and I only thought of this about halfway through the show. I should have done it as they were, I guess a commercial. We should have done this when they were actually making the announcements, and I could have given you my thoughts and analysis right on each single week, but I only thought of that halfway through, so I thought I'd do a little posting here afterward, and hopefully it worked out okay. I got nothing else except to say roll tide, SEC, SEC. So I'm going to tune this off now, and hopefully this shade commercial's off. All right, bye.